Good afternoon. Today I'm going to show you how to properly set up your gradebook in Canvas. So the first step is that if you've already synced your grades into Synergy, then you need to have your administrator undo that. At Centennial, that's going to be Ms. Kletchka. So make sure you reach out to whoever your admin is and you have them unsync your gradebook in Synergy before you start working on this process, because you won't be able to change your grades accurately in Synergy until it is unsynced. The second step is to make sure you're sharing your grades. So if you've hidden your grades from Canvas to avoid confusion, this is the time to show them again. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's go to my advisory class. And what you're going to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you're going to go to Settings, and then you're going to be in Course Details. When you get to Course Details, you're going to go down to More Options, and then you're going to uncheck Hide Grade Distribution and Hide Totals in Student Grade Summary. So this is going to allow students now to see their grade percentages in Canvas, which is what we want now. So then you're just going to update that. And that should be good to go. So now I've done that. So the second step is to fix your assignments. So let me go back to my dashboard and let's look in my sandbox. I'm going to show you what the gradebook should look like in your assignments. So even though this is the assignments tab, this doesn't just have assignments in it. It has all of the work that your students are doing for the semester. So you can organize it right here in assignments, and it's really simple. And then of course you can put things into whatever module that you want when you're creating your modules. But if you want to organize them here, it's all in one space and it's easy to see. So as you see, I've organized my assignments into 3 groups: first 9 weeks, second 9 weeks, and midterm. From here, I put my assignments, discussions, and tests or quizzes into them that I wanted weighted in the first 9 weeks. And then I created assignments that I wanted for the second 9 weeks. You don't have to do that yet. I'm just showing you what it looks like. If you have not made assignments for the second 9 weeks, you can still create assignment groups. And then you can see the third category is midterm, and I've put in the midterm. I've weighted each of these totals 40%, 40%, and 20%. And that is how we're weighting things so that they can go nice and seamlessly into Synergy later based on our district grading. So if you're unsure how to do this, go to one of your classes and you can see a class that you've maybe created several assignments for already. And you're going to go to that assignments tab, and you're going to see right now I have all of these assignments created for my students, but they're not really in the category that I want. And I have 2 assignment categories right now. I just have assignments that I've created, and then I have my imported assignments. And these are assignments that I've imported from another class that I created. And so that's something that we're going to want to clean up. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to go in and we're going to edit the first assignment group. And we're going to title the group name First 9 Weeks and save. Then your second assignment group, you're going to edit and name Second 9 Weeks. Save. And I don't have a third group, so I'm going to create one. And I'm going to go up to the top and click Add Group. I'm going to name this group Midterm and save it. So now I have 3 groups: first 9 weeks, second 9 weeks, and midterm. These assignments that I have, you can see that some of them were already due, and they don't belong in the second 9 weeks. And so an easy way to move them is to simply just drag them into the first 9 weeks category. And now all my assignments that I've created so far are in that first 9 weeks category, and that's exactly where I want them to go. I don't have any assignments in the second 9 weeks category, and I have nothing in the midterm category because I have not created those assignments yet, and that's okay. So from here, you're going to go back to the top of the page, you're going to find your snowman, and you're going to go Assignment Group Weights. Then you click Weight Final Grade based on assignment groups. And I'm going to put in 40 for the first 9 weeks, 40 for the second 9 weeks, and 20 for the midterm. And you can see that nice and easy adds up to 100%. So now these are weighted correctly. So let's say I want to create an assignment that I want to go into a certain group. I'm going to click Add Assignment. And then I'm going to call this maybe Solo and Ensemble, because I'm a choir teacher. And they're going to work on a solo and ensemble assignment for me. Then I'm going to decide that I want this assignment to be worth however many points, 5 points. And let's say that solo and ensemble doesn't fall in the first 9 weeks. Let's say that it fell in the second 9 weeks. I'm going to just move down here and I'm going to move this to where I want it to go. So you're going to put it in whichever 9 weeks you want it to go as you're creating it, now that you have assignment groups. So I have first 9 weeks checked. I'm going to save and publish my assignment. And then maybe I decide later that, whoops, I don't want that to be in the first 9 weeks anymore. We need to move that. So it's a really easy fix. I can simply come in here and find my solo and ensemble assignment that I created, and I can drag it into the second 9 weeks. And now that's where it lives. Now it's a part of that second 9 weeks grading. So if you go to edit it, you can see that it's in the second 9 weeks category already just because I dragged it there. So it's a really simple way to do it if you make a mistake in creating your assignment. The same goes for if you create something in modules. If I go look at my modules, and let's say I want to add something to week 5, and so I click Assignments, New Assignments, and I'm going to call it New Assignments, and then I'm going to click Add Item, and it's in that module. And this module, all of the items in this module are currently in the first 9 weeks, okay? But if I go to assignments here, and I want to look for that new assignment that I just made, and I decide it doesn't belong there after all, I can simply move it and the grade will go into the second 9 weeks. So that's the simplest way, is to drag and drop. Then it's time for grading, and I'm going to grade in my sandbox so you don't just see student totals in there. So we'll go to my sandbox, and I'm going to go to grades. When you have all your grades showing all the time, it can be really overwhelming if you have all assignment groups showing. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to move the total to the front. So right now it was already there, but so now my total grades are at the back. You're just going to click the snowman and you're going to put move to front. And I want to see all of my assignments, and maybe I don't want to even look at assignments that are for the second 9 weeks because that's confusing to me. So all I'm going to do is put on filters, and you can do assignment groups. And then when you have your assignment groups on, you come over here, click on that, and now I'm only looking at first 9 weeks grades. So I don't have any grades showing except for the first 9 weeks. Let's say I'm grading something in the second 9 weeks, and I see that I have a grade here, but it's not the second 9 weeks yet. I know that that's a mistake because I haven't graded anything or assigned anything for the second 9 weeks. If you're in your assignments, let me go back to advisory. If you're in your assignments and you have a lot of assignments that you're not using, the best thing to do is to delete them. And that can be really confusing. Let's say if you imported someone else's module and you don't know which assignments you were using, and then you kind of have started to figure that out, but you want to get rid of assignments you don't need. There's several ways to do this. This is the way that worked fastest for me, and that was really easy. So this is kind of a mess, and it has a lot of assignments, and some are published and some are unpublished because I didn't create all of these assignments, and so I didn't know what I wanted to use. So I went through the modules because the modules were set up exactly how I wanted them, and they had all of the assignments that I wanted, and everything in my modules was published. So what I did was I went through and I edited each assignment to add an A for advisory before it. And that just made things really simple for me because I knew that all of my assignments were going to have an A in front of it. And then once I made that edit, I went to assignments in my navigation window. There you are. And you can see all of these assignments A for advisory. So some of these I wasn't using. And so what I did was I simply went through and unpublished those assignments. From there, you can drag things into an assignment group. So you can see this is published, so I want to keep it. And let's say I want to move this. We can move things into an assignment group. I'm not using that assignment. I'm not using that assignment. And you simply start dragging all of these quizzes that you don't want to use into a new assignment group. And then from here, you just can delete the whole group altogether. So the fastest way, I think, to delete things is to drag them into an assignment group and delete the entire group all at once. Now, that extra step of me adding a little key for me was just something that I needed to make sure I didn't accidentally delete something that I didn't want to. But if you don't feel like you're going to do that, then don't worry about that step. This just was sort of like a safe bet for me to make sure that I was not deleting anything that I was actually using, because I didn't want to create more work for myself in the long run. Once you have created that and you have your grade book, you now can put your entire score into Synergy, and you're going to update that weekly. And there's another video that shows you how to do that. I hope that helps. If you have any questions about that, of course, you can email me and I will help you out. Have a great day.